All right, so lucky about that. All right, of course, I want to start off by saying Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Yahweh who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And I just wanted to give my 2 cents on, the whole financial situation that's going on right now in the world, specifically here in the midst of Babylon the Great, aka America. Um, you know, and as I pointed out before, everything right now is looking terrible for the economy of America. It was already before the pandemic. Everything was terrible, but even more so, you know, um, with everything going on right now, man. You have about, what is it? I didn't look at the stats for today, but I believe it's about 40 and a half million people out of work. Okay, so if my memory serves me well, that's well over the amount in the Great Depression. Okay, which was what was it, 1929, 1930, right? The Great Depression, which I actually watched a documentary on it just a few days ago. It was a very good documentary. If you look up on YouTube, let's see, what is it? The Great Depression documentary. You'll probably see it. It's like a 50-minute video. Very good video. Recommend you give that a watch if you can find it. But going and looking at that, man, you can clearly see that what's going on right now is clearly leading into a situation just like that before. However, this one will be great. This one will be more terrible, if you want to use that wording, than the one before. Okay, it'll be greater than this one. Why? Because back then you didn't have technology the way you have it today. Today you have, you have a computer that you can hold in your hand. Okay, you have that now, but back then you didn't have anywhere near, the technology that we have in the world today. So what that's going to do is, the reason I'm mentioning that, somebody's going to say, well, what does that have to do with anything? Well, there's a very simple answer, because the vast majority of people, they're addicted to the internet. They have to have, the phone service and, stuff like that, to be able to get through the day. And the reason why that's so important to acknowledge is people are going to go, psycho, all right? Hey, people are going to go psycho when they don't got no anti-psycho drugs. Inside joke. But people are going to go psycho without the internet, okay? Some of us might have siblings, I myself, included, who, if they don't have access to internet, right, then they're going to, that doesn't go too well for them, right? They can't, put down the phone for 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? So, certain guys like that, it's going to be very difficult for those people in the time that we see before us right now, man. Okay, because the internet, if you can't pay the internet bill, right? If you don't have money, that means you can't pay the internet bill. Excuse me if you hear me walking. I am just walking through a bench. Just give me a second here. Gotta look for one tall enough for me to sit at, because I'm at a little playground area at the moment. Just bear with me a second. Oh, there we go. All right, let's head over there. But yeah, man, dealing with the whole, economy, you can clearly see things ain't good right now, man. Okay, everything is terrible. Okay, everything is just terrible right now. Okay, and really, those of us who know, we understand that this is the work of who the world, ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Because the scriptures tell you in Amos 3:6, if there's wickedness in the city, have the Lord not done it? So we understand that, these things are, all in the power of the Lord's hand. to do whatever he will. Okay, no man can tell the Lord what he can and cannot do. Okay, so no amount of praying to Jesus, as you see these Christians, right? But the point is, no amount of praying to Jesus is going to save anybody from these calamities. Okay, that's why statistics tell you, say for example, that church is dying, man. People are dropping out of the churches left and right. Okay, and why is that? Because nobody believes in that nonsense anymore, man. I mean, people are starting to see that's all a bunch of bullshit. Okay? We got idiots on here telling me that Babylon the Great is the Vatican City. Get the hell out of here, man. Guys are just mentally retarded to say something like that. Bear with me a second. Okay. So yeah, man. You know, it's crazy out right now. That's all we can say, man. Okay, but the advice that Yasha, would give you is right now, as of what is today's date? August the 3rd, 2020. Right now, you know, everything is a little bit slowed down, not as crazy as it was, 2 months ago or whatever. This is the time to get supplies in your household so you can, be a little, better off when these things happen. Now you got guys out there saying, it's unfaithful to have certain supplies put back. That's not true, man. Okay? When the Lord was with the apostles, he told them to take 2 swords for their protection. Now, why did Christ say that? Okay, because it was okay for them to have those things for their protection. So it is okay to have, firearms and stuff like that, according to the Bible. But the scriptures also say a wise man will foresee the evil and he will prepare himself. Right? Let me rephrase myself. A wise man will foresee the evil and he will prepare himself. Right? So we see these evils, on the horizon, man. We can see, the horizon on these things to soon come. So we can, get ourselves prepared so we're not caught out there like these, these other, people out here. They're going to be left in the struggle. Okay, they're going to be left without food and water. Okay, but we have the opportunity right now to get these supplies. Okay, which ultimately the Lord is the one who decides, what's going to happen. Say, for example, some of the Israelites in the wilderness, they were commanded not to go out and gather manna on the 7th day. Okay, they were told to, on the 6th day, go ahead and gather, more manna so you can have that on the 7th day. So, you don't come out and gather it. Okay, long story short, the guys came out on the 7th day to gather of it, and it was, there was none there for them. Okay, nobody, they had to starve that day because there was no food. Okay, because they were told beforehand to have some more food, put to the side so they could rely on that food. Okay, so right now you have the opportunity to, collect, more items to keep in your pantry so we're prepared for these hard times, man. Okay, which really, the Lord will, provide. The scriptures say, my servant will eat. All right, but while you have the opportunity, you shouldn't be foolish. Okay, you can see these things happening, so get some more supplies so you don't got to run out there, with the 2/3, and fight with them over supplies. Okay, I quote the scripture again, a wise man will foresee the evil and he will prepare himself. Right, so we foresee the evil. Okay, so we should prepare ourselves for these calamities and these evil, things to come. Okay, which really all of these things are from the Lord to begin with. But, we have the opportunity right now to prepare ourselves for these things that are soon to come. Okay, and that's just what we'll put it at. Okay, say for an example, I myself just went out and I actually spent $50 at at damn Dollar Tree on, extra, batteries. I'll say, inside joke. Um, um, extra, little canned foods and, stuff like that, to add to, stuff I already had. But, certain items, when this economy collapses, you're going to have people who are willing to barter. All right, if for those who don't know what barter means, you can look that up the word. But I mean, every one of us should know what that means. Um, but anyway, if those who don't, you can trade stuff with people for goods and services, okay, without using currency. And I actually still do this today, and there's many people who still do this today, I myself included. Say, for example, my secondary job, which is, buying, well, I guess I shouldn't say buying, but selling things, right? This is a little way to, uh, put extra money inside your pocket, as mine of God says, inside joke. Um, but, sometimes I'll get an offer out of the blue and say, hey, man, I don't got any money, but would you like to trade? Say, for example, can I trade you this pile of books here that I don't want anymore for that pile of movies that you don't want anymore? And then once in a while, we'll come to an agreement with some people, and, we'll meet up, and, he gives me, or he or she, right? Or, in this time, a she, inside joke, which I'll probably get flagged for saying that. But you know what I'm saying. They'll come and trade, the items that we agreed to barter. Okay, but in the time to come, a lot of people won't accept cash. Okay, because it's not going to be something that people will need. Now, certain people will take cash because they'll believe, the currency is, it's all going to bounce back, in a while. Everything's going to go back to normal. That's what, a decent amount of people will believe. So some people will be willing to take that, but some won't. So you got to have, means of trade. Say, little ounces of silver. Some people might take that. Batteries. Goods. Foods. Waters. I mean, anything, ammo, stuff like that, so you can trade with people, in the, event that this stuff happens, which indeed it will very well will happen. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when, as the old saying goes. Okay, so as of right now, it looks like it's going to be very, soon compared to not. Okay, but anyway, I want to say all praises to Yahweh Shem Yahshai, and I'm going to say shalom.